Hey everybody, my name is Deb, and welcome to a new series. Before I get into this series, I'm gonna explain just a little bit. I'm not gonna explain why I was gone for a bit, because I usually when I'm gone for a while, it's rather that I've actually recorded, I've just never come around to uploading them, or I'm not recording and I'm just need a time to take a little break to like get my head through some shit. But I think I discovered the problem. So with that, which I'm just getting used to the timeline of My Hero Academia, so I really just want to do something different. So that's why my name is now Dead Tales, to not be, because this is not a what if. This is just something I wanted to do, and I think it's just an original thing. I made it up like after playing like a game. And the game takes time in medieval times and all this other stuff and yada yada yada. But just know this story isn't very much polished. There's not very much names for everything. Not everything has its own name and all that stuff. So yeah, so like the kingdom that we're in right now doesn't even have a name, but a kingdom that's very important to the story, and even the one that we're in right now is going to be very important, doesn't have a name yet. So don't be pissed off at me if I'm just make up a name on the spot. So yeah, but anyway, let's get into this new story known as Horace the Thief. Now, we don't actually start off with Horace. We actually start off at a wedding. To be more specific, a royal wedding. A wedding of a prince and a princess being married, not for love, obviously. That wasn't very much a thing at all back in the medieval days. Mostly it was rather for status, or well, not status, but just mostly for alliance based stuff, which this one was very much that. The prince of Aslan, the bigger kingdom, was going to marry the princess of a kingdom that actually, you know what? Fuck it. This kingdom is actually a very small kingdom. It barely has any people. It has like 100 soldiers. So this kingdom is ruled by a king named Louis. A king, call it King Louis. It's just King Louis's kingdom. It doesn't have a name yet. It doesn't really have a name yet, but it's there. It's a very brand new kingdom. It's not very much people and all that stuff. But anyway, moving on. This wedding was brought so the king of Aslan. I almost call it Azalith. Aslan can be so to give the King Louis some soldiers so he could survive an upcoming war. As I said, he only has about 100 soldiers. That's not a lot to come up from a coming up war against an old enemy of theirs. So yeah. What else was I gonna say? But what in the fuck was I gonna say? Shit, I've lost it. Sorry. But yeah, they're gonna go into a war with an enemy of a kingdom that I haven't actually made a name for yet. But this kingdom is not very much a kingdom. It's not really a kingdom. It's more of a community of not so pleasant people. But yeah, mostly like bandits, thieves, and other stuff. But Horace isn't a part of it. isn't a part of that community, obviously. But moving on from that. But anyway, that's basically it. So then he can get some soldiers for the war while, he gets in return his son to shut the fuck up about wanting a wife, and also some of his many books to help to gain a bit more knowledge, because the King Louis has some books that the King of Aslan has never read before. So he wants, a bit more knowledge, He gives him a bedtime story. He gives him a bedtime story. I don't know any bedtime story. I don't know any bedtime stories. I can just make up one, but I'm not going to try. Anyway, during the wedding, the King of Aslan was just kind of by himself, no one really noticing him. As a person would come up to him and say, "Hello, sir. Care for another drink?" As he seems to hand out a glass of wine to him. As the King of Aslan's like, oh no, I've almost had too much to drink. I don't need any more. As the man says again, "Oh, come on, what's one more gonna do to you?" As the King of Aslan looks at him, he's like, you know what, you're right. I haven't described what the man's wearing. Shit. But whatever. King of Aslan takes the glass of wine. They both drink. They both finish the drink and both look at each other as the King of Aslan is like, what a unique taste. What kind of wine was it? As the man looks back at the King of Aslan and gives him a little smile. Just gives a little smile as the King of Aslan's like, what kind of wine? As he coughs up blood. As the man smiles more, he's like, oh, just a little bit of there's just a little bit of poison in it. It's the King of Aslan's. You. As the man is like, shh. Oh, you don't need to give me threats. And even then, you deserved it. And he's like, what? As he falls to his knees. As the man comes down to him, he's like, you deserved. He's like, you still owed me. As King of Aslan's like, you are. As he falls to the ground completely dead. The man grabbed his crown that fell from that King of Aslan's head and stood up as people started to begin to take notice. Fuck, we're not doing a chase scene. Sorry, it's just, I rewrote the script a little, okay, guys? I rewrote it. I forgot we're not doing a chase scene here, sorry. As, he just kind of walked away. He just kind of went away. As, people would begin to notice that the King of Aslan's just, not there. Like, what the hell? Where the hell is he? And, some people began to, they find water. They search, and they find him, and someone screams. As, people would gather around to find the King of Aslan now dead. And also his crown missing. But we'll get back to that later. as we go back to the man who gave the person a drink, as you know, he's walking away with a bit of a grin on his face, looking at the crown. He's like, well, I can't really sell this anywhere, but as you know, as you could see him pull out the gemstones from the crown, and he's like, these will get me somewhat of a fortune. As you know, he just throws the crown into a I don't know, a pile of hay. Because he got away pretty fast. He was out of there. So he was farther from the kingdom, you know, where the commoners live. Less nobles, more commoners. As he seems to put the gems in his pocket as he walked away. As he walked away, disappearing into the night. Anyway, so that was the very first scene of this series. It's not done yet. I'm still gonna do some more stuff, but I really hope. But I'm just coming into you here, guys, to just say I really hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I've really am going to try to put some time into this story because I have to, but I don't want it to be like my only thing that I'm gonna be doing. So I hope you guys do really would like to enjoy this stuff and would like to see more of it, because trust me, this will probably be a bit more of the main series that'll be going on for a little bit, so I can get my head off of My Academia's timeline and all that stuff, try to get myself back into the feeling of not doing like the same shit over and over and over again, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the kingdom, right? Let's go back to the kingdom and in the fucking palace. Everyone's surrounding the King of Aslan's dead body, wondering where the fuck the crown went, but mostly, who the fuck did it? As the King of Aslan's son, the one that was getting married, named Abraham. Don't ask why I chose that name, I just did. But Abraham looked over his father's dead body, got to his knees, and began to shake him, trying to, like, kind of denying the fact that he's dead. As you know, his, the King of Aslan's, right-hand man, pretty much. I don't remember what they called them. But, yeah, basically, just his right-hand man was, it's like a supervisor, it's like a supervisor, right? Like, supervisor, to help make sure, to help it, to get another person's point of view, you know, to, see, what, another person's opinion, kind of thing. As you know, the supervisor puts his hand on Abraham's shoulder. He's like, Abraham, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your father is dead. And you know what that means. As Abraham stops and his hands up, he's like, yes, I do. I am the new king of Aslan, you know. And I think I'll end it there. Yeah, that's a pretty good spot to end it for now and keep a little bit of stuff secret, you know what I'm saying? None of you guys will know what's coming next. This is going to be fun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I really do hope you guys want to see more of this stuff. Because I am going to put a lot of effort into it and try to put a lot of effort into it. I really hope you guys do enjoy, and I don't know what to say. Just thank you guys for supporting me, I guess. I don't know. It's, you're just kind of watching this person who really sucks at uploading. Like, I would record for, hours on hours upon end, but still, not upload. So, yeah. But, again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and goodbye.